Hey everybody. Hi Gabby. Gabby's talking to me through the door. Sorry for the slightly deceptive thumbnail. I wanted to show what we're about to see rather than a fuzzy picture of Gabby through the door. But we're going to go right into the second annex where the kids are and see what they're up to. I wanted to kind of be a surprise. I don't know what we're going to find when we open the door myself. Oh, nothing. We found nothing. Oh, here they are. They're in the pile of toys. And it's like a dragon's den. The gold all hoarded and sitting on top of it. I was not expecting that. So as you can see, we've made the second annex the home base for these three kittens for right now. And they really have run of the whole house, except that the reason that this close-up's starting a little late is DJ and I went out to run a couple errands this morning. So I put them in their room for breakfast, and we just left the door shut while we were gone. And as you can see, they have the dragon's hoard over here of toys, and then they have their little condo from downstairs that's here, and they have a tunnel. This is that unicorn tunnel that's slightly crinkly that some of the previous classes didn't like because it's slightly crinkly and it makes noise when they run through it, and also because it's really big and bulky on the stream. Well, it turns out that Foggy here is a big fan of slightly crinkly tunnels. In fact, one of her favorite toys in the whole world right now are the pants tunnel that was sent for the Tiny Pants class. What DJ does is she combines that with the Jackson Galaxy tunnel, and Foggy thinks that the two of those put together are the most fun thing in the world. And the pants are very crinkly. It makes a lot of noise, and you just hear her running back and forth through it for hours. So that's really fun for her. And then she's been doing a similar thing with this one. So I know she likes it, but I think her favorite is still the pants tunnel and the Jackson Galaxy tunnel put together. These kids are just snuggled right up in my lap, and these two spent all night snuggled up with me under the covers as they do, especially little Beep here. Just she never leaves my side. She is a sweetheart. Let's see your face though. There we go. So that's little Beepy. And you can see that Klaxon is doing the same. And Foggy also sleeps all night with us, except that she's more of like a leg sleeper, like she sleeps down at the foot end of the bed. She wants to be snuggled up to you, but I guess probably because she's so floofy, she doesn't care to get under the covers, which is fine. I think she's still a sweetheart that loves to snuggle with her people. Right now, she's just guarding her dragon's hoard of toys, though. So that's it. I wanted to show you guys how they're doing, but we're going to open this up and let them go run around the house now. So here we go. Feel free, kids. It's all you now. Or don't. It's all up to you. Do whatever you feel comfy with. Here's Maggie. And there's Ari. And Smokey is hidden in her bed. She kind of matches it. It's a little hard to tell she's there from a distance. Let's go in and see some real kittens. Actually, let's just peek in on Brooke real quick. We're not going to visit her for long. There she is in her bed. She has already started to settle in and return to her normal routine. I think I mentioned that, including sitting in this bed all day long like she likes to do, and coming out in the morning and basically being a little sugar brookie. So she's right back to basically how she was before she left for a few days. And that's good to see. And she's looking very beautiful. Okay. She's like, stop bugging me. I want to go out and play. Well, you can't go out right now, but we'll let you out again later on. Okay. I know. You've got a great view, too. I keep catching her in the tree looking out the window. She enjoys doing that. All right. That's it. Just wanted to drop in and show you how she's doing. Don't go in there, Klaxy. You would very much regret it. Klaxy's like, but I want to see what's in behind the door. No, I don't think you do. Well, there's Loganberry coming out. Got a silly horse meow, Foggy Beans. Very silly. Foggy and Klaxon and also Beep to a slightly lesser extent, they all get along pretty well with the faculty. And I've noticed Loganberry grooming them and Smokey grooming them a bit. Beep gets annoyed pretty quickly. If the faculty starts licking Beep, she'll like tell them to back off and sort of smack them a bit. But the other two really don't get there. They'll let the faculty lick them and groom them, and they sometimes even snuggle up and take a nap. I think I've got a picture last night of Klaxon taking a nap with Custard, which was a rare one on the bed with DJ. So they're all getting along just great. Of course, they're not going to be here too much longer. We don't know exactly how the adoption days are going to go, but we're working on getting it sorted out. And now these three are all nursing, but I'm going to go in and mess it up. Here we go. I see a lot of folks on the chat asking about, hi, okay, everybody got up and meow, and they want to run over and see me. I see a lot of folks on the chat asking about the future for Brooke, and I'll just say we don't know. We don't know anything yet. But I know the one thing I do know is that eventually things are going to work out great for her. So that's what I do know. So last night we were on Sarah Donner's Quarantinapalooza #9, and I think in fact it's probably on her channel if you feel like going back to watch it. Now I will say there were a couple moments that involved sads. I don't think we got into any of it too far, but there was a little bit, and there were also, especially right at the beginning, it starts out with some adult language, and then later on, I know there's more adult language and adult concepts and um, all kinds of stuff that we don't do here at the Kitten Academy. So I'll just warn you about that. But it was fantastic. They're super talented people, all of them, not just Sarah, but Michael and they had what's her name, Danielle M on as a guest, and then Danielle also taught everybody how to do some origami. And then afterwards, they all played some online Jackbox games and not whatever. You guys can watch it if you feel like it. It was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed the Q&A section that I was invited in for, which probably starts, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes into the show after Sarah Donner does a little bit of a performance. And I thought it was, I just really, they're just such nice, wonderful people that I would do that. I could talk to them for hours. And Yeah, so I was a little nervous doing the interview because I'm always nervous about taking up too much time. I knew we had to keep it moving, and I have a tendency to ramble if you haven't noticed. So the whole time I'm doing one of these things, I'm thinking, okay, how are you going to answer this question quickly? You know, like how do you get right to the point and get across something that's somewhat entertaining, but also not wandering all over linguistically trying to make your points. So there's always that little bit of tension that I've got, but everybody tells me that that didn't come across in the way I was talking and that I did very well. So I hope that's true. They certainly did. They were wonderful hosts, and I really just greatly enjoyed doing it. So like I said, that's Sarah Donner's Quarantinapalooza #9, and I was probably on for 15 or 20 minutes. It was great. Oh, Belle. Yeah, I didn't see whoever asked about Belle, but boy, I wanted to mention Belle. We've got some pictures on our Discord from her adopter that was talking about her this morning, and a picture of her sitting in her cat bed with Jubal together, being really cute for Mother's Day, and it was an adorable photo. And she says that Belle likes to spend a lot of time in the bed, and that she just purrs and purrs and purrs whenever you go up to her. So I think they're off to a real good start. Thanks. Yeah, I do usually. I'm usually on the other side of the camera, not in front of it. But I'll tell you, I spent some time trying to get set up right for that, and I don't feel like I got the lighting and everything exactly right, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But I was wearing a hat, and I know you guys never see me wearing a hat, and the reason I was wearing a hat is if I took it off, the lighting on my forehead, I don't know, the way the camera adjusted, I couldn't fix the fact that there was like this super bright glare off of my forehead. It was crazy. I mean, it was blinding. So I had to wear a hat. I'm like, this is the only way I could find to solve it. So you should all be glad that I did. Oh, I hear little tiny kitten purrs. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Oh, that wasn't a purr. That was a little tummy grumble from mom Gab there. Yes, you got some indigestion, and I know you do because you're still having bad poops. Even though now what we've got her switched to is the Fancy Feast wet food, and we're using Dr. Elsie's clean protein dry food. But I think I might have to take the dry food away completely. Um, which is, I don't know, we'll get to it. Right now, I think it's just more important for everybody to stay fed than it is for us to get them on exactly the right diet. So we'll work on that part. Yeah, I thought about wearing like a wacky hat instead of just a baseball hat like that. I was really thinking about wearing that tricorn hat that makes me a New Englander, but then I decided against it. DJ would have been on the stream and answering questions too, but she was just tired out. She's still trying to recover from being on the night shift. She thinks that today she's going to manage to stay up all day and get back on a regular schedule. We'll see about that. I don't know. Dig right in there, buddy. So this one in the middle that we're looking at is Blarney. And then this browner one here on the end is Banter. And this buried one here with this her head underneath Blarney is Scuttlebutt. There we go. Hi, Scuttlebutt. Found your way out, huh? Mom's got so much floof, it makes it really hard to film. Oh, push. Look at Blarney pushing her away. Back off. This is mine. You see that? Sorry for the camera work there. Look at that paw. She's like, no, back. Get back. I think she still managed to get in there on the nipple below. Happy Mother's Day, Gabby. Look at you being a good mom. Yes, well, you are a good mom, though. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'll say that during the interview, they asked some really good questions that I did feel like I didn't get the best answers to. I tried, but when you just answering things off the cuff, it doesn't always work out really well. I mean, I think overall I did okay, but there's definitely some things, some answers I would have changed if I'd taken more time to think about them. Not a big deal. I think it was still a lot of fun, and the reason I'm saying that is I just saw someone in the chat here ask if taking care of the kittens is my full-time job, and it kind of is. I mean, I don't the donations that come in through our Patreons go 100% for the kittens. So to call it a job, kind of suggests that I'm getting paid to do this, which I am not. But it is basically my only real pursuit aside from, my other hobbies that don't get as much time from me, it's always the kittens that are the first priority. And then, things like playing video games or fixing the house come in a close second. I'm just going to keep fighting over this. I'm trying to get the right angle to show you all this activity, but I know I'm not doing a great job. That was something that I had thought about saying when that question came up is that, taking care of the kittens is a certain amount of work, and it's also a certain amount of joy. You get the privilege of just being able to hang out here with them in the beanbag chair and have them all climb up on you and fall asleep, and it's the best thing in the world. But the fact is, and I think that Sarah Donner and Michael, if anybody would agree with this, they would, that the majority of the work of caring for kittens is cleaning. Cleaning the room, cleaning the kittens, cleaning the litter box, cleaning the house, cleaning the cat hair off of your clothes, cleaning everything. There's just the vast majority of the work involved is just cleaning work. A ton of that. You never get caught up. Um, but it's not bad. That's still good work too. Although it's hard to snuggle a kitten while you're cleaning. Yeah, throwing away the beanbag. Yeah, that I rolling that out to the curb. I was really having fun with it. I was imagining myself in the Katamari video game. So yeah. Oh, I saw. Yeah. Why do I wear the headphones all the time? Well, yeah, I like to listen to media, whether it's podcasts. I'd listen to a fair number of podcasts, and then I also like to listen to a lot of music. And I find that my mental health is better if I listen to music rather than podcasts. But I also it's weird that I have this drive to like consume information, which you only really get through the podcast. So there's a struggle. I know I always feel better though if I spend the morning listening to music rather than the podcast. That's not the point. The point is that those are the things I listen to, and I can't do either one without the headphones because I don't have the permission to rebroadcast that stuff on our stream. So if I'm walking around the house playing it, say on our speakers loud enough for me to hear, it would go out on the stream, and we really can't have that. YouTube is very serious about copyright infringement, as they should be. I'm not saying, that I don't believe that that should be a thing. It is a thing, and it should be. Artists that create things shouldn't just have me basically giving those things away for free because I happen to be listening to it while I'm doing the kitten stream. So that's basically it. Nikki, I'm not much of a hummer, but I do love to whistle. And the way that I resist doing it is I know that if I whistle where the microphones can hear me, the microphones pick it up in a very shrill way and it can be super annoying to people. So I try to avoid doing it where the microphones can pick it up, but that doesn't stop me from doing it everywhere else. I really enjoyed whistling. And I do. I dance sometimes. I'm not very, serious about it, but yeah, every now and then I get in the groove. There's definitely some of that. Isabel, I see you asking about the kittens rotating around the nipples and whether it causes any trouble if all the nipples don't get used evenly. Um, all I can say is that we've never seen any kind of issue like that. So I don't know if that means that they always, switch around. I think they do always switch around and they all get used. I think that always happens, but it maybe sometimes they get neglected and it's just not a problem. So, but fundamentally, I don't actually know the answer to that question for sure. I just know we've never seen an issue. Oh, DJ's never seen the fish before. Somebody set off that flopping fish that was sent in the mailbag, and I just heard DJ say, "What?" If you hit it or something, it starts flopping around. They've seen it. They all know the fish. Yeah. We got sent a set of flopping electronic fish a mailbag or two ago, and the kittens, the cats keep setting it off. I don't think any of them really love it though. I gotta say, I don't know if it's the best toy. I'm highly entertained by it every time it gets set off though. And maybe we just need to put some better catnip in it. Like I bet if I put the Yow catnip in there, it would be an instant hit, but I'm not sure. Speaking of mailbag, I am starting the process of uploading the last two mailbags right now because I know I'm a little bit behind on that. My apologies. I'm a little bit behind on a lot of things right now because DJ's home and I haven't seen her in a month, so a little bit more of a priority to that than everything else I should be doing. Not too much though. I'm still, we're obviously getting everything done. Just things like the mailbag, I had a little bit delayed, or I know there's people that I have to follow up with about things, and I'm letting some of that sort of slide a little bit, but I'll get caught up. We should weigh some kittens, though. I see folks saying, "Why don't you weigh some kittens?" And yeah, we should. I'm hesitant to stop them all from nursing at the moment, but they'll be okay. Let's do this. Let's get the scale out and get it set up and weigh some kittens. Actually, maybe I'll just take them over here one at a time and weigh them. There we go. Got to move all this stuff out of the way, though. I think I can put these in this drawer, get them out of the way a little more permanently. Okay, trying to do this here. Okay. Hello. All right, we've got a first taker, Scuttlebutt. Scuttlebutt came right over, so let's see what you weigh today, Scuttlebutt. 20.98. Okay, 20.8 we'll say. Why not? Scuttlebutt 20.8. Everybody else got up and came over here too, so that's convenient. Good, we can just pick you up one at a time. We'll take Banter next. Banter weighs 22.3. Good job, Banter. What are you doing? Is that a silent meow or is that a hiss? Either way, I'm going to give you a kiss before we put you down. I think you need a kiss, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay, and that leaves Blarney. We haven't done yet. Blarney, right there. Blarney weighs 21.6 ounces. Good job, Blarney. I'm going to give you a kiss, too. And then Scuttlebutt wonder why she got left out. Okay, Scuttlebutt, you can have one, too. Come here. All right. Now, just for fun, since Gabby's right here talking to us, let's see what Gabby weighs. Gabby, we're going to weigh in pounds instead of in ounces. Oh, you feel very heavy today, though. Let's see. Not very heavy, just about right. 9.08 pounds. Good job, Gabby. Okay. Good. Now we can say goodbye to the scale. Thank you, scale. And I can put these bags of food back up there so they're out of the way. Okay. There we go. All good. Oh, I missed the original question that's happening there on the chat, but I guess it's worth mentioning. Here at the Kitten Academy, all of our kittens come to us as rescues from shelters. We specialize in rescuing pregnant mom cats, so they come into the shelter, the animal shelter, and they're already pregnant, and they send them to us because that's what we've got the most experience dealing with, are pregnant mom cats. The shelter that we work with lately is the Danbury Animal Welfare Society, which is not quite in Danbury, Connecticut, actually. Despite the name, it's in Bethel, Connecticut, which is very near Danbury. They're trying to climb up me, but I need to get up because I see Banter over there by the litter box, and I want to put her in the litter box before she decides to do something horrible in the wrong place. There we go. I see some kitty pee in the litter box, though, so somebody's getting the right message. That's good. Now Banter's over there, so I can't film her. So I also saw some people talking about what breed the cats are, and basically, when you have kittens that are at the shelter, even if they look like one breed or another, all that we really say about them is that they are domestic short hair, which is kind of like kitten code for mud, or we don't know. So it's possible that they have a lot of genetics that would be equivalent to one breed or another. That was very cute, Scuttlebutt. What are you doing? You want to roll around? You want to play? You want to fight? You want to go with me? What? What? You want a piece of me? Let's go. Let's go. What? Oh my gosh, Gabby, you just never stop talking. So, um, I guess the biggest news of today is news that hasn't happened yet, which is that I've been getting everything ready for them to move downstairs. That's why the other kids are in the second annex right now. Is because, sorry about the filming there. I just had to move Banter back into the litter box because she looked like she was really winding up. And she's just going to climb back out to do it. She's determined to pee on the cardboard instead of in the box. And those litter boxes are a disaster. Even if I would break DJ's rule about not filming the litter box, I wouldn't do it right now because Gabby has some bad poops and those litter boxes do not look good. So anyway, I interrupted myself. I was saying that the big kids are in the second annex, and the reason they're in the second annex is we are getting the main room ready for these kids to move down to the main room. And I think that once we do that, it's going to make. Sorry, I had to put Banter in the litter box another time because she really is. She's just getting ready to pee, and every time I put her in the box, she wants to come out and pee on the cardboard instead. She's determined. She's just done it again. So I was going to say, moving these kids to the main room, I think it's going to be a lot of fun for them, and I think it might help little Gabby, who just is obviously, she wants a little more stimulation in her life, and she's not ready to just go out and run around the house, but she might do pretty well if, you just jumped on the camera? Why? She might do pretty well if we're able to block off the living room and let her come out of the main room and go to the living room like we often do and that kind of thing, and I keep. Whoops. Now I can't film any kittens, and now Banter's eating the litter. Oh, for crying out loud, you guys. I can't. This is. Oh, it's overwhelming. It's out of control right now. I'm moving over here. This is completely out of control, Gabby. I can see why you talk so much about your kids. Oh, what a mess. Anyway, so now they're all playing in the litter boxes, and like I said, the litter boxes aren't good because Gabby's having bad poops. So I definitely can't film in that direction. Here's Banter. Hi, Banter. Can you hear all that? They're climbing all over the litter box. They're not trying to do anything. They're just playing and climbing and throwing litter everywhere. Now they're going to fight. Okay, now they finally come kind of away from the litter box. Oh, scuttlebutt. Oh, that's great. Yes, adjust the camera for the main Kitten Academy live stream. That would be good too. So, yeah, about trying to clean up the main room and get it ready for these guys. I've got a couple more things I want to do. I've already cleaned the floor and I've already disinfected the room as we do with Virkon. So my next steps will be to wash the carpet that's down there using the rug cleaner. And at the same time, I'm going to clean the kitten cat tree that's down there. I think once I've got all that done and once the cat tree and the rug are dried, there's really nothing to stop me from moving these kids down there. So it might happen late today. If not late today, then it'll happen tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, because as you know, Monday is my going out to get the groceries for the weekday. And tomorrow we get to have a little extra fun because DJ's home. We're going to go to the Indian Grocer, which is kind of a drive from here, and try to pick up some extra fun stuff there. So the practical upshot of that is that the close-up stream for tomorrow might be a little later than usual. But once again, I hope that all week, I hope you guys can forgive me if this stream comes at odd times because DJ's home and you know, it throws the whole schedule off a little bit. So, which is not a complaint, by the way. I'm just stating the fact. I'm fine with the schedule being thrown off a bit, and I hope that you guys are too. Oh my gosh. Wow, I just threw that camera on accident. It just flew out of my hand. I don't know what happened there. I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. Wow. Well, these kittens now, they're being adorable. So all I'll say is if you want to keep watching them being adorable, tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube, and you can watch them all day long. We're going to go end this stream. It's been 30 minutes. That's plenty of time. But I do, as we're ending it, I'm going to walk out. I want to just show you the main room real quick so you get the idea of what we're doing. So let's go down there real quick. I'm just going to show it to you. It's an empty room. Not much to see, really, but let's do it just for fun. And while we're doing that, let me say thank you so much for joining me and for watching the kittens this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Foggy, Beep, and Clacks are all right here waiting for some attention from me. Hi. Yes, well, you've got your nails trimmed, so you can't do that quite as well as you used to, can you? They're all doing really well, recovering from their surgery, by the way. Their sutures are all fine. I've checked them every day. So I guess they don't need the suits because they're not bothering their stitches at all, which is nice. And there's Foggy against it next to Smuggy. Anyway, yes, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I do really appreciate it. Thank you to the mods for modding. Thanks to everybody that asked wonderful questions today, and I was able to read quite a few of them and hopefully respond well. And if you asked or said something and I didn't respond, it's because I don't get to read the whole chat while I'm doing this filming. So I hope you will join us again tomorrow and ask again. Eventually, I will probably be able to see it. And then finally, if you want to keep watching these kittens, well, sometimes these kittens, mostly the other kittens, tune into the Kitten Academy live stream here on YouTube. It runs 24 hours a day, and you can watch some kittens, maybe these kittens, maybe those kittens, maybe all the kittens, maybe the faculty, maybe Smokey, who is the oldest kitten. She's 20 years old, 20 or 21, I think 20. She's definitely the oldest kitten. Here's Clacks. Okay. All right. And there's Logan Bunny. Let me just show you what I was going to show you real quick, which is this is our main kitten room. And as you can see, the floor is all shiny. There's nothing in it but the cat tree and the cat cage. And no kittens and no toys. And basically a whole bunch of not much right now. So that's my project for today, is to get that all fixed up. Yes, Smokey is the oldest kitten. Smokey also has no teeth. Hang on. Oh my gosh, we should end this stream. I really have to be done, but Smokey, say hi to everybody. Oh, let's get some focus. There we go. All right. Okay. That's a bleach stain on my shirt. I say this every time I'm wearing it. It ends up showing on the stream. I just don't want people to think it's like my blood or something. Just a bleach stain. There we go. So she has no teeth, and she likes to gum on your hand, and there we go, like that. Sometimes she gets really angry and she just gums and gums and gums, and it just feels silly because she doesn't have any teeth. It's all just gums. She'll do it to your nose, like she'll lick your face and then she'll just start chomping on your nose. It feels ridiculous. It's just so silly. All right, now I'm done for real. Look at Foggy climbing the catastrophic creations and Clacks. Surprised they can do that with their nails trimmed. All right, thanks again, everybody. It was really great talking to you this morning, and it was great having some questions to answer last night on the Sarah Donner stream, the Quarantinapalooza number 9 that you can look up. And I hope you join me again tomorrow for another close-up, and that you watch the Kittens and Gabby in the meantime on the Kitten Academy live stream. We will see you later on. Foggy, say goodbye to everybody. Oh. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. What is going on?